Welcome to Mancester Utd Transfer HQ, the home of daily football and transfer updates. Subscribe now and join the community of true football lovers. Never miss a moment from the beautiful game. My first news is Benjamin Sesko out in the cold as agreement reached on Man Utd star. Man Utd striker Benjamin Sesko entered a good goal-scoring rhythm before the international break but still has to convince some of the club's former players. Manchester United striker Benjamin Sesko has received mixed reviews in the early days of his Old Trafford career. The 22-year-old arrived at United from RB Leipzig in the recent summer transfer window for a fee which could rise to £73.7 million. The Red Devils beat Champions League side Newcastle United to Sesko's signature, with Arsenal also interested in the forward before opting to sign Victor Gyökeres from Sporting instead. Sesko endured a slow start to life at M16, with no goals in his first 6 appearances for Ruben Amorim's team, but the Slovenian has picked up some form with 2 goals in his last 2 appearances. Amorim will be hoping his striker can prove some of his critics wrong, with Sunday's trip to Premier League champions Liverpool a perfect opportunity to show his worth. With all that said, below is a look at some of the United legends to have questioned Sesko, despite his recent good form for Amorim's men. Rio Ferdinand admitted in September that he was worried about Sesko's quiet start to life at the Red Devils. Speaking on his Rio Ferdinand Presents podcast, the former United and England defender said, "The one I'm worried about is Sesko. He ain't getting no chances, man, he ain't getting no opportunities, there's nothing created for him. That's the concern. A new striker comes in the football club, gets in the team, you've got to think about creating chances for him. Getting him on the end of things. He's got to think about getting on the end of things. That's something I think has got to be looked at, and fixed quick. I don't want to think about what it could turn out to be." Nicky Butt. Former midfielder Nicky Butt feared last month that United have made a mistake by signing Sesko instead of a more experienced striker. Asked if he was impressed by United's summer business, but told BetMGM, "I was and I wasn't. I know, Matheus Cunha has done really well over the last couple of seasons, but I would really like an experienced striker. I hope I'm wrong, but I really hope they aren't making the same mistakes with Benjamin Sesko as they did with Rasmus Højlund. A young player coming in with no Premier League experience, it just feels like history repeating itself. Honestly, for what it would have cost, I would have gone and brought in someone like Ollie Watkins, someone to help and pull the young strikers out of a bad patch. When young players are just coming into the club, when the onus is on them to score goals, if they're having a few bad games, they have to have the safety net of being pulled out of the firing line. Ollie Watkins, or someone like that, would be who I would have been looking to bring in." Peter Schmeichel. Ex-goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel has claimed signing Sesko and offloading Rasmus Højlund was a weird decision from United during the summer transfer window. "The signing of Benjamin Sesko was a little bit weird to me because we have Rasmus Højlund, who has been starved of service for 2 years, Schmeichel told BBC podcast Sacked in the Morning. You only have to see what he's doing at Napoli with Kevin De Bruyne and Scott McTominay to play with, he's scoring goals. I've consistently said this for 2.5 years, Rasmus Højlund will be a 25-goal-year striker for Manchester United, but he needs service. We let him go on the stats that he scored very little goals last season and bring Sesko in at the time we bring in Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo, who would give Højlund first-class service. You spend £70m plus on Sesko, when we don't have the number 6 we should have, and there's the goalkeeping position as well." Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes has been another former player to question Sesko's signing, comparing him to Højlund. "You look at Rasmus Højlund, 22-year-old kid, came when he was 20 years of age," Scholes said on the Good, the Bad and the Football podcast. "One centre-forward for Manchester United and everything was on him, the pressure was on him and he couldn't handle it. He should be coming in and out of the team. There should be 3 or 4 centre-forwards there. This summer, what do? They let him go and they buy another one, very similar, exactly the same. 22 years of age. He started okay, he looks like he's getting better. But where's the common sense in that?" Roy Keane. Roy Keane is also yet to be fully sold on Sesko, but admits that patience is needed. Speaking to Sky Sports in early September, he said, "Too early to tell," on Sesko. "Yeah, I think when there's a lot of speculation sometimes, you know how much a lot of lads miss training over pre-season and maybe just looks like he's not up to speed yet, but yeah, undecided yet. Give the kid a chance." My second news is Man United stopper Senne Lammens given bizarre advice ahead of crunch trip to Liverpool with Ruben Amorim's side. Thibaut Courtois has offered an unusual piece of advice to Manchester United goalkeeper Senne Lammens ahead of his daunting Anfield test against Premier League champions Liverpool. With Anfield remaining one of the most intimidating venues in world football, the 23-year-old faces a true baptism of fire as Ruben Amorim's struggling side face Arne Slot's free-scoring Reds, Lammens and Man United to face Liverpool at Anfield. Manchester United's young goalkeeper Lammens is set for his biggest challenge yet as Amorim's side travel to Anfield to face champions Liverpool on Sunday. The 23-year-old, who joined United from Royal Antwerp for £18.2 million this summer, impressed with a clean sheet on his debut in a 2-0 win over Sunderland before the international break. Having been called up by Belgium alongside Thibaut Courtois and Matt Sells, he now returns to club duty with expectations high. However, Liverpool have lost just 3 of their last 83 Premier League home games, making Anfield one of the most hostile environments in the world for visiting goalkeepers. For Lammens, who has only one full top-flight season under his belt, this fixture represents both a challenge and an opportunity to prove he belongs at United's elite level. Amorim is expected to persist with the Belgian ahead of Altay Baynder, whose inconsistent form has raised questions in recent weeks. The trip to Merseyside also comes at a critical juncture in United's season, with Amorim's project still taking shape. A strong performance from Lammens would not only strengthen his case to become United's long-term number 1 but also help stabilize a back line still finding rhythm. Courtois believes that Lammens could impress at United and offered him some advice for the Liverpool clash. Courtois sends advice to Lammens. Courtois, who has earned 107 caps for Belgium and won 2 Champions League titles with Real Madrid, offered light-hearted but telling advice to his compatriot. "It's a hard stadium," he told Belgian media. "Maybe I should tell him to clap the home fans when he arrives at the Kop." While the comment was made in jest, Courtois acknowledged just how difficult a test Anfield presents for any visiting goalkeeper. "His first game was a flavor of what United will get," he said. "He's a tall guy, he is not afraid to come on crosses, and he's a kid with personality. I'm sure he can do a good job. He has a tough game this weekend, so I hope if he plays, it will go well for him. All the best to him." Courtois also reflected on his own experience at the famous stadium, where he will return next month for Real Madrid's Champions League group stage clash. "I will go there myself in a few weeks. It's always a tough game there, and I guess Liverpool also have to bounce back after losing a few games." His insight underscores both the unique pressure that comes with facing the Reds on home turf. Lammens' unconventional move to Man United. Lammens' journey to this point has been rapid and unconventional. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches, the Belgian was signed as part of Amorim's long-term vision to modernize United's goalkeeping setup, favoring ball-playing stoppers capable of initiating attacks. He spent only 1 full season as a starter in Belgium before making the leap to Old Trafford, a move that raised eyebrows but has quickly begun to look inspired. In training, Lammens has been mentored by United's goalkeeping coaches and inspired by role models such as Courtois, Marc-André ter Stegen, and Manuel Neuer. He has earned praise for his calmness under pressure and his ability to play confidently off both feet, particularly his left. Former United players, however, have questioned whether he can handle the expectations that come with following in the footsteps of legends like Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar, and David De Gea. My last news is Man United takeover twist as Eric Cantona holds talks and Sheikh Jassim ruled out. Eric Cantona has reportedly been approached over a potential role in a Manchester United takeover bid, with Sheikh Jassim not involved in any talks. Manchester United legend Eric Cantona has been linked to the latest takeover rumors surrounding the club, following fresh investment chatter from the Middle East. The Glazer family recently welcomed external funding, with Ineos boss Sir Jim Ratcliffe acquiring a minority stake in the club last year. during his 20-month tenure at United, Ratcliffe has made a significant impact, including offering Eric Ten Hag a new contract before dismissing him, appointing Ruben Amorim, and reshaping the club's boardroom with numerous sackings and appointments. He has also made multiple cuts in an attempt to save money. Despite his recent investment, takeover speculation was ignited during the international break when Saudi official Turki Al-Sheikh announced that an investor was on the verge of securing a deal for United. He later clarified that he was not the potential investor, with TalkSport suggesting they are based in the UAE. Their report also suggested that several United legends have been approached about participating in any potential bid, with further details emerging on with one particular name approached. According to journalist Ben Jacobs, via United Stand, Cantona has engaged in direct discussions about potentially assuming an ambassadorial role that would see him support a prospective consortium in a bid for United. Ratcliffe's bid for United was initially accompanied by rumors of potential investment from Sheikh Jassim, but this has not come to fruition. The latest update confirms that the Sheikh is definitively not returning to the negotiation table. Meanwhile, no progress has been made on the takeover front, with the Glazer family, the current owners of the club, not engaged in any discussions about a possible sale. Ratcliffe recently acknowledged his role in the day-to-day operations of the club, a task seemingly neglected by the Glazers. He also addressed the criticism that the American owners have faced over the years. That probably sums it up, Ratcliffe conceded when questioned about their willingness to let him manage the affairs of the club. "We're local and they're the other side of the pond. That's a long way away to try and manage a football club as big and complex as Manchester United. We're here with feet on the ground. They, the Glazers, get a bad rap, but they are really nice people and they are really passionate about the club." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Mancester Utd Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.